Hi, this is Randy Ridley, Senior Vice President of Sales and Operations at InQuisient. We have a short video for you to view today, so let's get started. First of all, what does InQuisient software do? As the slide indicates, we like to manage data at the speed of your mission. Whether you need information every morning when you come in, once a week, once a month, we like to provide you with analytics, graphics, and reports at your fingertips so you can make good decisions. Above all, we want to connect the dots and make some knowledge flow so you can make authoritative decisions week to week, month to month, day to day, whatever your mission time period is. Today we're going to focus on one, what we call internally a vertical area that InQuisient software focuses on with many of its customers. That's IT portfolio management or project portfolio management. So to start that off, one of the most important things to realize about InQuisient is how large it can scale. If you look at the slide and the key bullets, we have the world's largest project portfolio management system, or IT portfolio management system, depending on how you refer to it, in the world. In 2018, we tracked over 8,000 IT systems, 20,000 assessments, thousands of users, had over 6 billion in IT systems under management within the tool. This is in one single deployment. This is not across our customer base. Please keep this in mind as we go forward. Hi, let's talk about your problem for a minute instead of our software. We often encounter customer enterprises in our early stages talking to customers, and they usually and always do, and you always do, have at least three things in your enterprise. Software with data in them, lots of software titles. Databases, usually more than one vendor and lots of different data across many different departments. And enterprise architecture, planning tools, or other strategic planning tools which help or are supposed to help your CIO and senior managers make good IT decisions. And then you have oftentimes an analog process to integrate some of this information. Now we euphemistically call this the Wild West because we often find that customers have a lot of angst about managing this process. There's different equities, different departments, different views, and oftentimes much of the angst, if you will, comes from not having the right data, not having a decision tool in front of them that they can look at a very senior level to try to resolve some of the ambiguities in what they see. So this software and these other databases and the data try to go into this process, but it's not very efficient. The planning tool typically gets locked in jail, and it's often in a room someplace that no one goes into, which we usually get a chuckle when we're in person with our customers. And then Office products are used to produce reports and some other results that usually don't satisfy in the end. And each month our customers go to meetings and they are unhappy with the data they're being provided. They're not sure it's the same data, and this process repeats itself. So, as we saw previously, we have to deal with the software, the data, and the planning tools within your enterprise. So what's the first step? We bring in a repository technology that's within our production platform. This repository technology is capable of tracking every keystroke and entry whenever data is put into the repository. So we do that and start bringing in data or metadata into the repository, and in some cases we can push data back to the planning tools, help them be more interactive. And then we push out dashboards and analytics to the users, and we have data level security. So each user, based on their role, sees the data they're only supposed to see. So the CXO sees his data, their manager, that this is his project, and the worker sees what he's working on. And we control that data so people see what they're supposed to see and not rummaging around in the repository out of curiosity. We then, over time, once training sets in, these individuals can become data stewards and subject matter experts. So they can validate that the data is accurate as they go forward, and there's a person assigned to every part of this repository. Finally, we can, at the end, push data back into some of the other technologies within the enterprise outside the planning office, and that makes us even more powerful. So once we've gotten deployed within the customer environment, as we just discussed, we go to a different sort of world where instead of the data being something that's fuzzy, not understood, and distrusted, we have something that's real time, it's compliant, centralized, and most of all, authoritative. You can make good decisions and trust that those good decisions are based on authoritative data. Let's take a look at, for a moment, some of the visualization capabilities that we have within the platform. This is just a small sampling, but we have a dependency and linkage. We can create the levels within the data and show you where the tree goes. We can do process modeling, and this is data-driven process modeling where you can create a picture and that becomes data in the database automatically. Then when you change the data, the diagram changes, or if you change the diagram, the data in the database changes. We can import project schedules such as Microsoft Project right in, and looks just the same as it does within the third-party product. We can use this to display and drill down further. Budget information, we can also have some analytics that show balloon charts and ahead or behind schedule and who's got the biggest budget and who's going ahead. Heat maps showing risk and other things. Do some predictive analytics that show, say, estimated delivery time as opposed to actual projection. We can have geospatial, so you can see where your team is or where your different organization has offices or production. And we can do asset management. We can manage anything that is a thing in your enterprise, whether it's hardware or software or anything else. Thanks for viewing our video today. If you'd like to move forward and learn more, we're happy to do an online demo for you or get an in-person demonstration set up at your facility, or even look at a pilot with your data or process with our software. You can do all these things by contacting us at our website. Thanks again.